Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ion Formula E Season 2 Championship. We're in Cannes for the 9th round of this 10-round season. Joining me in the commentary box today for today's race and this wonderful broadcast is Blade Challenger. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
I apologise for the tower graphic there. It was lagging a bit before we went on air, and now I've actually gone on air. It seems to have fixed itself. So sorry for that, just a slight jump there.
So it's fixed itself.
It's working. Everything's working. It's good. So AKA Freezy for Mercedes is currently leading the way in qualifying. They've set a 108.078, nearly into the 107s. They do go into the 107s. They've just gone even faster by 0.2 of a second. And the nearest person to them is Wasoop. They're 4/10 back in the fleet.
Yeah, I think that is a new track. A new fastest lap of this weekend. In fact, since FP2, the fastest time was a 1:07.9. So they've improved quite a bit there, which is
Their
nice
teammate,
to see.
Epic Dusk, can only manage 8th at the moment with a 108.9. But the top 9, they're all in the 108s. They're pretty close to each other. 10th to 14th, they're in the 109s. 15th and 16th are in the 110s. And Tiboz, British Kota and Keeper Gast are all not doing very well at the moment. But I'm pretty sure they'll improve quickly. With Sinterboz do some pretty good performances before. They are one of the fastest drivers, or at least they were before the mid-season break. The new Mercedes team, since they arrived, they've really been coming out of the door here and doing some pretty impressive qualifying performances.
Yeah, I mean, when we first saw them, I think it was Santiago. We
I
first
remember
saw
now.
the.
It was like Santiago and Auckland, I think.
But definitely, they did really well on their debut. For their debut, it wasn't a. I don't think they did get a massive points finish, but they did do pretty well. And it's impressive to see such a team come in and just do so well, especially with AK Freezy and Epic Dusk, who are P1 and P6 at the moment.
On board with the brand style of Gene.
Definitely the world champion at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. Really dominant in the races. And they've just gone second fastest with a 108.096.
I wonder if, because Formula E is such a different chassis to Formula 1, I wonder if these drivers could do so well in Formula E and then bring that same pace to somewhere like GT3 or Formula 1 or even Hydro, because they are such different chassis, aren't they?
Hydro is a different beast entirely. Because it's a boat, not a car. The mechanics are so different. As a 1 times free practice pole position in Hydro myself, just throw that in there. They are very different to drive than any sort of road car or single seater or GT3 or prototype. Any vehicle with wheels maneuvers completely differently to a boat. So Hydro already off the table. I think comparing Formula E to F1 and F2 may be kind of similar. The traction's different, but the actual car, they're all Formula cars, they're all single seaters. So that may translate well. May translate well also into the GT cars for GT3. The only big thing would be the energy saving, because with Formula E, when there isn't a server crash, as well as in BMW i8, the energy management is such a core part of the race, because if you run out of energy, you're done for. But compared to fuel management, it's a bit more, fuel can be regulated a bit more easily. So that's the sort of element that you gain driving a Formula E car or an i8 car, but it doesn't translate over to a different series. So I think drivers fast here would be okay in different series, but maybe there's different skill sets are needed for each series, because they're different.
Yeah. That's why you should probably watch every series pretty much, because it's so diverse.
Give us all your money, all your ad revenue. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Whilst we were talking about that, not really much change except for Supe in that fleet has gone second fastest, the 17.968. It's a good time from the soup. And the only other person really improving is Zen.
Yeah, Zentum's got green in sector 2. They're coming down the starting grid now, and they're about to cross the finish line. They jump up to 6th for Swisscom.
I have to say, Swisscom haven't really stood out to me this season. I feel quite disappointed in how they've been doing. They're last in the championship with 3 points. So, is this the last race, if I'm right?
No, it's
This
round
is
9.
the round 9, yeah.
We're going to London
So
in 2 weeks' time.
That'll be an interesting one, isn't it?
Yes. Very interesting. Very, how do I say this? Narrow. Kind of narrow. As AKA Freezer goes green in sector 2, Gene's green in sector 1. They're really fighting it out for pole here.
Yeah, it's the final laps now, isn't it? So you've got to be pushing now or it's nothing.
Oh, and I think AKA Freezy just reset, so they must have made some sort of mistake. So Gene's the only person in the top 3 currently. Oh, I take that back. Wasoup's improving. They've gone purple in sector 2.
Or it could be a fight for pole position here between Gene and Wasoup, or AK Freezy is out of his hand now, isn't it? And,
see what Gene can do in sector 3. It's a green, sector 1. It's a yellow, sector 2. They're now coming towards the line. And they can't improve. They're still 3rd. What can Wasoup do? They come to the line, and they do improve, I think, but not enough for pole. They said a purple sector 2, but sector 1 and 3 were yellow.
Oh, that's got to be disappointing, especially if you do so well in a sector like sector 2. You really want to use that to your advantage, and if you don't do well in sector 3, well, it's all gone to waste, hasn't it?
That is qualifying over, ladies and gentlemen. The race isn't that far away. We're going to be doing, I don't know how many laps of cans, but we'll be doing some laps of cans. Around 20 probably. Maybe slightly more than 20. So, the race is, I don't know, about 5 minutes away. So stay tuned, because Ion Formula E will return. Hello everyone, and welcome to Cannes. We're in the south of France for the 9th round of the 2nd season ever since Formula E was taken over by Ion to create one of the tightest and one of the most intense leagues in Roblox. This was the scene to the finale last season, round 11 of season 1. This is where Cast won their championship, slightly illegally, but it was still a good race nonetheless. 107.978, that was the fastest time in free practice 2 around this 13 corner circuit. You can see the attack mode there on the inside of turn 4, that flat out chicane. Turn 9 is flat out, turn 10 is a short break, 11 is a hairpin bend around to the left, and the final chicane, you need to get that right for a good run down the main straight. Joining you in the commentary box for today's, what I hope will be very exciting race, is Meaty Pod Dolphin and Blades Challenger.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a very exciting day for the race. A very shock pole position actually from AKA Freezing qualifying in that Mercedes. A lot of people did improve in their final laps, but not enough to get that pole position. So I wonder if we'll see the same amount of pace during the race between that top 3, since the top 3 is separated by about 3/10 pretty much. And 3/10 behind Gene is Jsuka with the 18.3. I think they are driving for... Who's Jsuka driving for?
I can't tell. There's so many blues. Is that X21?
I think it's X21. 97? I think. Oh, it's X21. Yeah, it's X21 in that P4 position. Followed by James Rigby in the Vitesse in P5. Zensem, another X21, I think, in P6. Epic Dusk, their teammate is on pole position, AK Freezy, but Epic Dusk is all the way down in P7. Highs Deco in the E-Spirit is in P8. Incognito Bear in the McLaren P9. H1 in the other Vitesse in P10. And that's the top 10 for you, pretty much.
You can just see AKA Freezy there peeking around the corner. Sadly, because of the way the cameras are set up around here, you can't actually see the grid.
I wonder if we can just go first person then. I'll tell you what though, one person to keep an eye out for is British Kota, our very own media team member. Who I can tell you now was very excited to start racing in that 97. Her teammate is Love My Geordie? No.
I think that's the only 97.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah, we've got the X21s of Jasuka and Love My Geordie, although they haven't set a time. I'm not sure whether they'll actually be racing. And then we've got the Swisscoms of Robotech Masterlaw and Zensem.
Yeah. So that means British Kota is the only driver, and there'll be a server restart. There we go. I wonder what the reason for that is.
Probably just
I'll have a
to
look.
clean it out, declog it.
So, last in qualifying. Oh, we won't talk about who was last in qualifying. It was British Kota.
British
Last in
Kota, the
qualifying.
GOAT of Formula E. Oh, I think I know
I have
what's
to say-
causing the lag. I accidentally left Photoshop open. Let's close that.
That is a fantastic thing to close when you're streaming. Streaming tips with Dpod. Don't
leave
open Photoshop.
open.
Yeah, I remember learning that the hard way once. Don't leave any major applications open.
Especially when you've dedicated 50% of your RAM to that single program.
That will slow you down a bit, I reckon. So, Dpod, who do you think will win today?
Clean.
That is a very simple choice. Who do you think will
Very
get
good
P2
choice, I
today?
think. Oh, there's not another brand star. What am I meant to say?
Oh no, he has to pick.
I don't know, maybe AKA Freezy? They may end up on the podium?
Well, looking at AKA Freezy's past, he does well in qualifying, and not trying to be rude, but he doesn't do as well in the race. I'm just looking now. He hasn't been doing too well in the race. Actually, wait, hold on. I think I've mistaken them for someone else. I apologise. There's AK Freezy. So he has got AK Freezy qualified in last weekend at Dubai. He was... I think someone else qualified for him. I know he qualified P4 and then finished P7. So, starting on pole position is definitely going to bring a ton of pressure. So we may see a bit of a change for the lead like Deepod said though, I think me and him both can agree that Gene is definitely the person to beat for this weekend. Especially
Yeah,
since they've...
I don't think the
How
brand
many
star strategy trademark is always gonna come out on top of anyone else, unless we get a surprise performance. But brand star always seem to know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. Especially since they've been getting 1-2s more than I've ever seen in any other league, really. I'm trying to think of other leagues that someone else has got 1-2s in quite often. Can't say Audi because they got a 1-2 and nearly got a second 1-2, but then the race got cancelled. Can't say... Yeah, I think it's I think the most dominant display has been Brandstar and Formula E in probably all of Ion in these seasons. Have to think about that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Please do a chat if you do think I'm wrong. Please do prove me. And I can see a lot of people saying go Jasuka in that X21.
No, that's just
So,
one.
maybe.
That's just one pair. Oh wait, no, there's two people now.
Well, I won't say what he's saying. Yes, he's my
Supporting,
puppy. Okay.
they're supporting a particular driver.
Yeah. Oh, there's two. We love you. Woo. Go Swisscom, go Zen, go Robo. So there's the Swisscom fans down there. How you know Jasuka? I don't know. Next person to type in chat and that gets recognised gets my recognition. Let's see. Oh, Molecraft types fleet. And that's it. I'm not saying anyone else.
Oh, the reason for the server restart earlier was that one of the X21s couldn't spawn in their car, so that obviously must have fallen off the map or something, or there was some sort of glitch. But we have just got word from the race director that there will be 35 laps put onto the board, everyone being told to jump out and jump back into their Formula E electric single-seater race cars. And we will be starting very, very shortly.
35 laps of a very tight track, probably one of the best street circuits in Ion, I would say, personally.
Certainly the most popular. It's used in the most series. It's used GT3, Crossbow, F1, F2, FE, as well as i8. So that's all 6 series. That's every series excluding Hydro, which is a boat, and IEC.
Yeah. Let's have are they? I went very high pitched there. I apologise. No, they're not using it in IEC. I forgot. I thought they were using it in IEC.
No, I think an endurance race around here would be a bit too demanding.
Yeah, definitely. So, type in chat, everyone, predictions for the win. Please do not tell your favourite driver. Say the driver you think will win. Don't just shout.
You've got to use your brain and actually think about who you want to win. Is it going to be car number 11 of AKA Freezy, car number 21 of Wasup, or car number 35 of Gene? I'm going to go with Gene, not because they're the best driver on the grid this season, but because their car number corresponds to the amount of laps we have today.
Oh, it's that good luck number, isn't it?
35 laps for car 35. Are they going to win it? Probably. But not because they're the champion.
No, we wouldn't say that just because they're the champion. It seems like
you think it will be
been...
whoever was in the E-Spirit at the back? Because they've jumped out.
I think British Dakota might win.
Do you?
The absolute GOAT.
Let's just hope everyone has DNFs.
But Supe seemed like a strong person in qualifying. I can't remember if they've done well in other races, but I have seen them in other leagues, and they're very good at keeping that consistent pace.
B-Guys was going to drive then. Oh, he's just keeping the car there for them. I was going to say, B-Guys will get series locked and can't race in the finale of the crossbow series. So close to a podium in Hungary, yet so far. Oh, and the driver seems to be running around. That's not the driver. That's
Be
someone
sure.
else. Come on.
Be sure to go check. Be sure to go check out that finale in crossbow as well. I think that's commentated by our lovely Arceus and
That's British Kota. And
it's British Kota and
oh god. Trom, when he's there. I forgot because Trom's been injured and hasn't been at crossbow for like 5 races, but he was there at the last one.
yeah, good to see them back. So yeah, be sure to go check that out when it comes out, and the Ion F1 finale will be on very soon. It'll be next weekend.
Next Saturday at
Saturday.
roughly 6 o'clock British summer time. Make sure you set the date. Little reminder, you definitely do not want to be missing that. It's going to be very close, I hope. Oh, and whoever that was is just reset. It's going to be very close between title contenders Kaikara and Dakar.
And
Dakar
constructor
was
standings as
obviously
well.
nearly the champion in Formula E last season. Technically he is, because Castronics was found out to be using some very not legal additions to his Roblox software to make his car faster. But in my heart, Cast is still the champion. So technically Dakar is the Season 1 champion of Formula E. But it doesn't matter.
Gene is the season 2
And that
champion.
E-Spirit is coming
so-
out now.
Lovely. We should be starting soon then. So let's see, what are the close title fights in Formula E at the moment? Seems like it's a very close fight for the P4 position in championship between Vitesse and McLaren. Be sure to keep an eye on those lot of Destructively, James Rigby, Incognito Bear, and Aztech1. And it should be now. Here we go. Come on, please. We are going to be starting soon.
First race hasn't even started, already fallen asleep.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be exciting, this one, because Formula E in recent races, you can't tell who's the leader most of the time because they're so close. We do try our best though. So it seems we have some very biased chat members. Jasuka, Burlon. Well, if that's who you're placing your bets on, I recommend you pair them up. Unless
And someone else has decided to join in the race.
CTF.
Come on, boys, just get lined up already. We were meant to do this 10 minutes ago, but some people obviously don't understand the concept of returning to their car.
Oh, I've just pulled a plug. Uh-oh. I've just realised how much of a fire hazard my computer is. Anyways.
That Expector is lined up and ready to go. Oh my days. Out and in again, come on. Let's just get going.
Seems a lot of people typing in chat, Sec Grav 69420. Would be a very interesting one.
There's 4 people who still need to jump in and out, who haven't.
Yeah, you just need to wait.
One
Apologies
more.
everyone for the interesting wait. It's will take a little while since there's so much preparation going into this.
Okay, seems like we're good to go. Race director has given the command to watch the lights as they do now. Come on, 5 lights are on here in Cannes. And we are off and away. AK Freezy gets off well from pole position as they now come round down the main straight into turn 1 very soon. I can see Wasup in the fleet there starting to break away from the pack, and X21's managed to get up there as well. I can also see a Vitesse. Where on earth have they come from? I can't see who that is. What I do know, however, is that the brand star of Gene has not got a good start. I can't see them. They're down in 6th position already. They're down in 6th position, 1.5 seconds behind the leader. I don't know what happened to Gene there. They just didn't get off the line very well. Epic Dusk is now up into 5th position. Both Mercedes in the top 5. And yes, AKA Freezy has just spun. They are no longer in the lead. They're going to be right at the back of the pack as Wasup takes the lead of the Cannes ePrix.
Oh, and James Rigby as well. James Rigby disconnected, I think. James Rigby is just disconnected.
James Rigby is out of the race as well. I can't see them on the tower, though.
Yeah, I can't see them either, actually. So
I think they may have not jumped in and jumped out.
Oh, dear.
But if I'm not mistaken and the vision lag isn't deceiving us, Car 99 of Jasuka for X21 is going to take the lead of the ePrix as they cross the line now. Yes, by 0.2 of a second from Wasup in the fleet. They are leading the ePrix.
Fantastic stuff. I can tell you that the chat has blessed him very well. And we see, actually, a Swisscom in P3 right now, Zensem. 1.5 seconds behind the leader, as well as ERT Snipers in that Aston Martin. So some surprise performances from these teams, isn't it?
Yep, a wonderful slow motion replay here of AKA Freezy on lap 1 coming around the hairpin bend, round to the left, and then they'll spin. Here we go.
And
the Mercedes now comes to the corner and boop, around they go.
touches the wall. Yeah, they just touched the interior wall, and that's just sent their car round. You really don't want to be doing that right at this point in time, especially at the start of the race. And
something must have happened to Gene as well, because Gene is at the back of the pack. They're behind British Kota in 19th place. This is a terrible start for the championship winner.
The best drivers are against each other right at the back of the grid. And it seems like Jasuka is pulling away massively here.
1 second to Wasup.
Wow. Oh, but we do have to remember that battery is a part of this. So maybe they may just be using all of their battery. They really do need to be conserving right now and not just be focused. Yeah, they're 2% less than Wasup. So they've got a lot of time to focus on that.
At the spreadsheet and see if we can work out some energy already.
Going straight for that. But Zensem fighting for that P2 position with Wasup right now. Going into this lovely 90-degree right-hander. And there we go. It seems like Wasup will come out on top of that corner.
Yes, I think so. The gap's really small. It may change. I think did something happen to the Swisscom, or was that just lag? Oh, no, that was just lag. They're still going. ERT Snipers, surprisingly, they're up into 4th position in the Aston Martin car. Car number 14, doing really well in the opening stages of this race, but they just go quite deep into that corner. The McLaren of Incognito there may be able to catch up.
There's a lot of overtakes, a lot of surprises for right now. We said Gene would be winning, but he's in P17 as an Epic Dusk is in P16. So Mercedes, great qualifying, but they've done it horrifically in the race. But AKA Freezy's back up to 12th place and fighting with Taboz at the moment and getting the fastest Sector 1. So there's definitely someone to keep an eye on at near the middle of the race because of that pace they're getting at the moment. But another bit of a battle further back of Keeper Gast versus Heistico going into that lovely right-hander is, I think, Keeper Gast slightly hit the wall there, so losing pace to as Dutch 1.
So as things stand with Jasuka and Wasup, the leader, they're going to have about 1 lap of margin at the end of the race if they carry on like this. Wasup, they're going to have, it says here, 9 laps of margin, probably slightly less. That'll get a bit more refined as we head into the final stages of the race. But as things stand, Jasuka having absolutely terrible battery performance compared to Wasup. 88% compared to 90%. That's pretty much an entire lap already down from Wasup's percentage.
Well, P3 to P8 though is also exactly the same. So either Wasup is going for that early saving and at the same time keeping that pace to keep up, keep away Zensem, or he's just struggling for pace and at the same time not being able to use all his battery.
Jeans managed to get ahead of ePrix, who also must have had a mistake in the Mercedes. They're 16 seconds behind the leader now. AKA Freezy's still holding 14th. They're trying to gain back up. Jean not doing very well. I think they would have probably wanted to gain a few more positions, but 4 positions in 2 laps isn't really that bad. We'll see how they fare towards the end of the race. They've already got the championship secured, so positions don't really matter for Brandstar anymore. It's just the enjoyment of racing people.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why he's dropped back. Maybe he's done it on purpose just to see what the racing would be like. Not worrying about the rest of it, like doing a Dakar basically. As Jasuka is 4 seconds in front of Wasup. Oh! And I think they've just made a bit of a mistake there actually. Unless that was vision lag. Or unless lag.
They are quite laggy to be honest, it's hard to see.
Yeah, Wasup gained 9/10, so I think Jasuka made a mistake there going into turn 1.
And destructively the McLaren has taken attack mode.
First attack mode, what's that going to do for them? They're trying to overtake AKA Freezy right now.
You can tell they've taken attack mode when the halo goes purple and their name goes red on the driver tower next to their position number, position 12.
Yeah, indeed. A lot of people keeping it nice and calm at the moment, especially the top drivers such as AK Freezy, Gene and Epic Dusk. Those are really the people to keep an eye on, except for Wasup, who's keeping it calm, but at the same time, just letting Zensem overtaking him, really, by the looks of things. As they're going now down the main straight, Zensem and Wasup are very close with each other. About 1/10 separates them two. Going into turn 1, and it seems like Zensem has come out on top. I'm afraid I can't exactly tell you right now because of the lag, but it looks like Zensem's
ahead
now.
by what is that, 0.6 of a second exactly. As Taboz has also taken attack mode this lap, and destructively with attack mode has set a purple sector 1.
Yeah, looking back though, it looks like Wasup is getting gained on by ERT, Heistico, and Incognito Bear, so he's going to be losing a couple of positions.
I think ERT Snipers may have actually just managed to get ahead of the fleet. Yes, they're up into 3rd place.
5% of battery separates them. Please do keep that in mind. So it is going to be, he is genuinely saving his battery, Wasup. I wonder if he'll want to use it a little bit because he's falling back so much. And AK Freezy is behind them. Destructively, so far the fastest lap though is Jasuka, but destructively, like you said, D-Pod is got fastest sector 1, and it looks like they messed up at the last corner. They got purple sector 1, green sector 2, and they do not get the fastest lap, but they do improve.
And AK Freezy has managed to overtake them without attack mode, as destructively slides round there.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Coming back onto the track now, there will be a P13 after that. And an AK Freezy spun again. Oh no, after a massive comeback, even without the attack mode. They've got attack mode now, so I guess they must have made a mistake after trying to get that attack mode. Oh, they must have, there you can see on the replay, destructively making a mistake. I guess too much throttle coming out. Going through turn 3, sorry.
They might have also got caught on a curb. I know I was doing that in the BMW i8 free practice session.
It's definitely these curbs are definitely deadly when you get on their bad side. But that's put AKA Freezy down to P17. And Jasuka has a 5.7 second gap to the driver behind of ERT Snipers.
CTF 9001 has taken attack mode. So it's the bottom three. Well,
They all want to be getting that.
British Dakota only has 1 minute and 50 seconds left on their attack mode. Car number 25. Nearly... they're 27 seconds behind the leader. I should have caught them when they were 25 seconds behind the leader.
As AKA Freezy is back fighting with Destructively with that attack mode, Purple Sector 1. And it seems like there's a Swisscom...
Destructively is disconnected!
Oh no! They were doing really well as well, actually, and AKA
That's going to give everyone a
free
free position, basically, that was underneath them, so AKA Freezy up gets a position.
P11 now. With Volt in front, or Aztec 1. So yeah, Purple Sector 1, Purple Sector 2, AKA Freezy is looking like the fastest person on track at the moment.
They may take fastest lap away from CTF 9001 here as they cross the line, and they do with a yellow Sector 3, but the first two sectors were still good enough to claim some positions. And as we edge towards a third into the race, everyone's using only about a quarter of their battery.
I say CTF though, he was P6, and now he's up there fighting with the top 3? He's in P3 right now. He's fighting Zensem for that P2 position without attack mode. So that is, I think, is that the Tesla? No idea what the team name is. It's like a fleet. Oh, it's the fleet version of Tesla, basically. So also, CTF is doing really well.
Yeah, just quickly. The expector of CTF, like you were just saying, they're doing well, but their current battery percentage, which is at 69%, this is not going to give them, this is not going to big well for them at the end of the race. Our predictions are saying they're 2.7 laps over target. They're using too much energy by nearly 3 laps, so they're going to come short if they do not start to save some energy.
Yeah, and it seems like the person with the most battery at the moment is Gene, with 81% at the moment. So they're doing really well, whereas the leader, Jasuka, has 74%. So I tell you what, these drivers, they may be doing fantastic at the start, but they're going to have to start focusing on keeping that lead. But it looks like CTF is gaining on Jasuka. So Jasuka looks like maybe Jasuka's just backed off.
Usage per lap for Gene is only at 1.7%, so you were right, Blade Challenger. They are the most conserving car on the track right now.
But they are keeping up those. They're keeping up that pace. And now in P11 with 2 improved sectors, and AKA Freezy actually is back in business with 68% of battery in P6.
Oh, and ERT Snipers goes deep there.
There's a massive battle actually for that P6 position between Soup.
AKA Freezy's up to 5th.
There we go. This is where he's coming into play now. That's where his pace is really bringing him the dough. I hate myself for saying that. But he is P4 now, and he's going to be catching up to ERT Snipers. And was that a Swisscom on the side of the road there? As Epic Dusks take
let me see.
Attack mode?
Oh yeah, Robotech has reset or disconnected, I think. Robotech Master Goal is out of the race.
Not what you're wanting. 6%, 64% is CTF and 70% is
63
Jasuka.
for CTF actually. Oh wait, they've just regened up to 64. Now it's 63. They're on the margin.
I can tell you what, they are probably going to be wanting to conserve now. You've got 12 out of 35 laps. You've got 24 laps to get that, keep that battery going. So they've really got to focus on that, I think. As AK Freezy is now up into P3, overtaking ERT Snipers. So they're back up into their podium positions.
Yeah, we've just surpassed the third waypoint of the race. Halfway will be the start of lap 18. Well, technically halfway through lap 17, but it's easier just to say the start of 18.
So, Epic Dusk is just behind Gene at the moment, as you can see on the camera. Epic Dusk started P6, now P12, but even worse off was Gene, who started P3 and now is P11. So,
yeah, AK Freezy is gaining positions, now up into third, a lot faster than Gene is.
Definitely. I feel like he's trying to use that battery to gain that gap, so when Gene does use the rest of his battery, he will have that gap, but the problem is he will have to worry about that battery near the end of the race. He is gaining on CTF quite nicely though. As ERT Snipers makes a move actually, just getting in there, going slightly deep though, but on board with Taboz, who's just behind the Swisscom of Zen. The KRR have not been replicating the lovely results in Formula 1 as they do in Formula E. I mean, sorry, it's the other way around actually. Formula E, KRR hasn't been replicating the same results as the Formula 1 team.
They've been added on the podium several times this season in F1, but yeah, like you said, not doing very well in FE. Well, to be fair, Scuppins hasn't turned up for the last few races. I'm not sure whether that's intentional or not, or whether they've just been busy. So Taboz has been a lone soldier out on track with the rest of the field.
Yeah, as AK Freezy actually, sorry, but AK Freezy is now in P2. Slowly but surely, he's reeling them that top position at him. After
but they are only on 60% energy. They're joint lowest at the moment on track with ERT Snipers, Keeper Gast, and Histico.
CTF.
And CTF. CTF's even lower.
Yeah, 57%. That is and quite...
Ratya K's on 73%, which is 10 percentage points higher. Wasup and Gene both on 70%.
Yeah, Gene's not doing too bad for battery at the moment. I reckon once Gene keeps up his pace right now and gets into the top 10, he'll want to let loose really. Just so then he can gain that time, because it's halfway through the race. He's P11 right now, and he will want to let loose that battery very soon, especially since he has drivers such as Volt GE. Actually, no, he's just overtaken Volt GE. He's going for that move right now, actually, as they're going through. Bit of lag there, but it does seem Gene does go through on Volt GE, but he does have drivers like Incognito, Taboz, Epic Dusk in front of him. So he will have to keep up this pace if he wants to win this race. Silence after that line. But CTF, I can tell you what, he's backing off now. You can tell he's 54%, 3% lower than, or 4% really, than ERT Snipers. So I can tell you what, he's going to be focusing on keeping that battery nice and safe. But as Jasuka actually just takes attack mode, which is a good time to take it actually halfway through the race.
Yep, you've got enough buffer to know that a server craft probably won't be coming anytime soon. I know I'll probably just jinx that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Guys, if the server crashes, you know who to blame. But Gene, P8, overtaken Incognito Bear. Next up on his list is Taboz. He is actually opening up that battery now. He's making moves nice and quickly, since since it seems like AK Freezy has backed off quite a bit. I don't know whether that's just because Jasuka's got attack mode or not. Going down the main straight, and there's quite a few battles going on further behind, but it's not really any immediate battles at the moment. So, Jasuka improved in Sector 1, 5.1 second gap to aka Freezy. He's done very well to keep his battery at the moment, Jasuka. At first, we were mugging him off, saying, he's not gonna, if he keeps at the rate he's going, he's not gonna be able to finish it. But he's got one of the highest batteries at the moment. And another person, actually, with Supe, is down in P13. We haven't looked at that, actually. Which is,
Maybe they
not
had an incident, I don't know. But yeah, they've lost a lot of time there.
Interesting.
Gene and Masuda seems to have swapped positions. Gene's up to 6th and Masuda's down in 13th.
Yep. 2 temps. Gene is 2 temps behind. Actually, no. Gene is ahead of CTF now. So Gene is P5 behind the one and only AK Freezy. So it's clear to see who has the higher pace at the moment of Gene. Since even though AK Freezy has the fastest lap, consistently it seems like Gene has been keeping that pace as Zensem goes and takes attack mode. Who's going to be wanting to make moves, actually. There he goes, down that straight. You can see the amount of power that attack mode brings. He was tied between AK Freezy, and then going down that straight, he goes, well, yeah, there we go. He gains about 6/10 on that straight just because he has attack mode. But I'll tell you what, everyone else would be wanting to nick his slipstream there because of the attack mode. Getting that lovely toe.
Remember, everyone else does have attack mode. They just decided to use it at different times. So Zensim's little lead here over the battle of B2 probably won't last for long. We are now approaching lap 20, we're in lap 19, approaching lap 20 of 35. So there's still the second half of the race to go.
As Gene actually takes P3 now away from AK Freezy. So Gene is really is trying to get that pace and keep up, catch up, to that P2 position. He's 1.4 seconds behind Zensem at the moment. But 10 seconds, nearly 10 seconds in the lead right now is Jasuka, which is very impressive because I haven't seen them do this type of thing before. I'll have a look at their recent results, unless this is their debut. And that would be very interesting. So, looking in results. So, Jasuka finished P15 and qualified P17 at Dubai last weekend, or last time we were racing. And then, if we look further back, Sanya, he wasn't there. Keep looking, just in case. Yeah, so, Jasuka had his debut in Dubai, finished P17, and now has come to France here, and is now leading the Grand Prix by 8.7 seconds. So, I'd say that's a pretty good season for them so far.
Well, season. We've only been here for 1.5 races.
Well, yeah. Well, it's
good for X21 anyways, because they're going to be getting good points in the championship to gain them up a bit.
Yeah. Why is it doing that? Don't do that. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Lovely. So, Zensem is actually gained a second on Jasuka, actually. Oh, his British Kota spins slightly, it hits the wall. Slightly anyway. Gene is not... as Gene actually just goes ahead and takes attack mode. I just saw that. So that's going to bump him up quite a bit to be able to catch up to Zensem. Hopefully. he's got a bit more time on that attack mode afterwards. Oh, I've got to go for 1 second. I'll be right back.
So X21 currently holding 9th in the Constructors' Championship with 15 points. Ahead of them in 8th is KR Racing with 24. So if Jasuka wins the race today, I think there's a very good chance of them being able to take over KR Racing in the Constructors' Championship, as X21 will be scoring at least 10 more points than KR Racing, with Toboz now in 7th place. At 22 of 35, Jasuka still leads from Zensem, from Jean up in 8th. AK Freezy and Epic Dusk have recovered into 4th and 5th respectively. ERT Sniper 6th, was Soup up into 7th, Toboz 8th, Incognito Bear 9th, and Histico rounds out the top 10 with 39% in their battery.
And on that.
And Jean just sets a purple sector 2. They're really chasing down Zensem here on the back straight.
Yeah, he's got just under half the battery, so he's going to be letting that rip right now. He's got 5% over Zen-Sen, so Gene has got the advantage here, and there he goes. He does go into P2. So from the back of the grid to P2. That ain't too bad, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's only taken him 21 laps, because he spun out on like lap 2, didn't he?
Yeah. And he's got purple lap now. He's got purple. Yeah. AK Freezy and Epic Dusk, P4 and P5. Not too bad for the Mercedes team. Not too bad. Let's have a look where they are in the constructors. So, Mercedes are P6 in the constructor standings. So this will definitely help them catch up to Fleet. And actually, talking of Fleet, Wasupe, who was P16 a little while ago, is now P9, so he's gaining back some positions as well. And looks like Gene has just gained 2 seconds in one sector, I think, on Jasuka.
Yeah.
So even Jasuka,
and they've still got a minute left of attack mode.
Oh dear, Jasuka, your time has come, my friend. Welcome to Formula E.
Let's say across the finish line here, Gene knocks 9/10 off of Jasuka. Gene is really chasing down the X21 here, the Brandstar world champion in Formula E, really proving how good they are, catching up to the leader who's been dominating this race. 2.2 seconds now the gap is. Gene is reeling them in.
He really is, with a purple sector 1 there. Can this be another purple lap? Dear oh dear. Jasuka, I'm afraid your time has come, my friend. This is what welcome to Formula E. This is where dominance begins. There's another purple sector 2, and it's 1.5 seconds now. He's gained 8/10 in that one sector.
Gene saved their battery as they run out of attack mode. They've expended their battery now. One more sector to go, and it could be a triple purple lap for Gene. They already have the fastest lap. They don't need to go faster. They're already the champion, but they're so eager to race. They're now chasing down the leader of the last 24 laps, and on the 25th lap, they're now just 7/10 behind them.
Oh no. And going into the second to third corner, it looks like Gene doesn't need the attack mode. He really does have that pace behind him. And if we can have a look at the battery very soon, which should come up, and with Supe, who was P9, now P5, they're using their battery as well. So,
as they've actually taken the fastest lap away from Gene.
There we go. So Wasupe is also going to be catching up quite a bit. They've got AK Freezy in front. That'll be P4 for them, or even P3. If they can overtake that Swisscom. But I'd love to see a Swisscom on the podium today. That'd be a lovely thing to see.
And as we round through Sector 2, the gap between the top two is now just 0.2 of a second, but Jasuka is holding Jean at bay slightly, although I have a feeling that may change very, very soon.
Yeah, be sure to stay tuned, because even if Jean overtakes, there's still 11 laps to go. Oh no, sorry, about 10 laps to go now.
And the
so
gap
definitely
expands by 0.2.
Yeah. I wonder if he's seen the battery. Had a quick look and thought, actually, I might leave that. As further behind, I'm just looking, just in case, AK Freezy is nearly been overtaken by Wasup, and it seems like Zensem has lost a load of time, so AK Freezy has made a move on Zensem now, and that will allow Wasupe to come and get involved as well.
0.2 separate AK Freezy and Wasup. Less than a tenth separates them, then Zensem. Oh, they've just switched positions. That's Wasup up into 4th now. Zensem is 9.8 seconds behind the leader. Wasup is 10.2, and AK Freezy is 10.5. Starting on pole, now down in 5th place.
Oh, and it looks like Jasuka has lost the lead now, and it seems
Yes,
Jean
look at
is
that.
leading.
Jean's got a massive lead now.
And it seems
2.2 seconds. Where did that come from?
It must have been a massive mistake there from Jasuka. That was my fault. I apologise. I pulled you away from that little battle and I allowed you to look at Zensem. But it seems like Jasuka is now P2, and that's all he can really focus on right now. He doesn't need to worry about that win, because Jean, I can tell you this now, even though he's 3% less than Jasuka, Jean will use that time to gain that battery back. And further back, it seems...
Chase Elliott fan in the East Spirit, just to butt in here, only on 20% energy now. They've used 80% of energy in 27 laps.
They're not going to make it to the end, I don't think. Definitely not. I was saying, 6%...
Put it in the calculator. Well, then they're down to 19%.
6% separates AK Freezy and Wasupe in battery right now.
They're using 3% energy a lap. They're 1 lap over target. Well, they're now down to 18%. I don't think Chase is going to make it to the end of the race unless they concede 13th place to CTF 9001 behind and start really recovering energy.
Or even Ratyak K, because they... Actually, no. Are they lapping someone? Oh, they're lapping British.
Oh, poor British coach.
Yeah. He's just hit a wall. Yeah.
Come on, British Kota. We believe in you.
Suddenly, British Kota is... Everyone else gets like 18 lap penalty. British Kota wins the Grand Prix. And it seems... like the gap between Wasupe, AK Freezy, and Zensem has spread out. So Zensem is still keeping them at bay.
Zensem's holding second place.
Very well,
as they now come around to lap Keepergast. Oh, and look at that. Zensem gets very twitchy out of the last corner there for Swisscom.
And Jasuka is losing time to Zensem. So Zensem is gaining on Jasuka. So Zensem has pulled the pace out of the Magic Rabbit's hat out here. And he's really pulling that gap in on Jasuka. I do get a bit tongue-tied, don't I?
Very easy to get tongue-tied in these exciting and very quick races. Fast-paced races.
If you want to help me pay for my speech impediment classes...
sorry to interrupt you there. Keepergast has just spun at turn 9, I think that is.
Oh, Keepergast. Down in P16 though, so there's his teammate was Supe in P5. He's in P16. now looking like a P17.
And
Actually,
DeBoz
no,
is back into the top
P16.
10 with attack mode. They're trying to stay ahead of Incognito Bear to claw back 1 point for the team.
That's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on, especially since these are two good drivers as well. So I'll keep an eye on the front just in case something happens. But it looks very, very quiet up front right now.
Oh, and Keeper Gas is coming to the pits. I have a feeling they may be retiring from the race.
Oh, and AK Freezy spins after taking the attack mode again. So Wasupe goes to P4.
Oh, and the 97 of British Kota there gets all out of shape out of the chicane as well. 2 cars in a row on track, that is, getting out of shape. And British Kota has gone straight off the track. British Kota's given up at this point. I think they just tried to drive off the edge, but they can't.
Oh.
Let's go with, who's this?
If you would like to help pay for British Kota's therapy classes after this very suicidal try, be sure to go check the memberships down below. There's
Probably not a good advertisement, is it?
Sorry, I tried.
Help save a life today by subscribing to the ION membership program.
Kota would be proud. So that puts Wasupe up into P4, but AK Freezy is coming back actually after that spin, but he's been overtaken by Epic Dusk by the looks of things. It's a very close battle between these two Mercedes.
Well, it wasn't close, and then it became close when AK Freezy decided to go for a little 360 at the chicane.
Yeah, that was not. He's done that twice now though.
And
same
Chase
corner.
Elliott fan has decided to take the executive decision, take attack mode, which, if they don't know, is going to drain more of your battery. They're now only on 8%, and it's lap 31 of 35.
I think I can suddenly hear KSI screaming, "Are you dumb?"
They're using 2.9% a lap. They're going to run out on lap 34. They're not going to make it to the end of the race, and they're using more energy than they were beforehand.
Does that mean British Kota gets another position of P13?
Well, if he gets back on track,
P15.
He's driving on water. He's floating.
Wow.
He needs to get back onto the track. Oh, he tried to get back on the track. Can he? Can he get through? He can.
Yes.
British Kota just found a way to get back on track, but I'm not sure whether he'll count sector 2. I think, yes, it does. British Kota, if Chase Elliott fan fails to make it to the end of the race, British Kota will end in P15. 210 seconds behind the leader of Gene, who somehow Jasuka has managed to catch up. They both have attack mode, but somehow Jasuka has managed to catch right up.
Yeah, it seems like Gene did make a mistake because Zensem has also gained time on them. So Gene is losing time. Maybe just a bit of a mistake. Purple sector 3 though. I can tell you what, that is that's made him use his battery now. But Jasuka, this is a chance for Jasuka to capitalise on this situation and try and take the lead here.
15% energy for Gene. They can use 5% a lap. 16% for Jasuka. They can use a bit more than 5% a lap. And Gene is trying to take the fastest lap away from Wasupe here. However, they set a yellow sector 1 as Wasupe takes the attack mode as well. Jasuka is the only person with attack mode, apart from Volchigi in 12th, who is actually improving.
Fantastic. But he has improved in sector 1 actually, Jasuka. So that will allow maybe a little bit of time gained? No. I guess not then. But it is fantastic to see an X21 doing so well and him actually doing very well for his second race in P2. I reckon that will throw some weight around for next season and looking at a better team.
And
Maybe.
just 1 second behind the leader of Gene as they cross the line. That expands to 1.45 seconds. They've completed 34 of 35 laps. Zensem is on 9% of energy. I think they haven't got attack mode. They'll be able to make it to the end of the race. But you need to keep your eyes on Chase Elliott Fan. They're on 4% and they have not started lap 34 yet, I don't think.
But it seems like Zensem has lost time to a Soup, AK Freezy, and Epic Dusk. So does this mean that Epic Dusk, oh no, sorry, it was Soup, could get the podium here? It really depends on the pace of Zensem. He has got 8% and Wasupe has 12%. So this will allow Wasupe to push a little bit more than Zensem. And
But
it seems like Wasupe
the fleet is right on the diffuser there of the Swisscom. They're so close. I think Wasupe actually managed to take third. Yes, Wasupe has managed to take third place.
Fantastic to see a comeback from P16 to P3, but not as good as a comeback from Gene from
And
last
Chase Elliott
to
Fan is slowing
P1.
down. They're down into 15th place. They've only got 2%, and they need to make it to the end of the race there. They're about to be lapped by Gene in the Brand Star.
There we go. So it's the final lap now. Gene just needs to pull through here. He's got 10% to play with, plenty of time. AK Freezy has 4%, and he's only just crossed the line. He really is going to have to save AK Freezy as AK Freezy spins!
Again! AK Freezy has gone round for the third time in this race.
Oh,
They've lost
dear.
that position to their teammate. At least it's still Mercedes points, but it's not points for AKA Freezy.
No, not at all. Matt is going to put him in P6. Luckily not P7 because ERT Snipers is that far behind. But it seems like Gene is now coming into the final few corners.
He's going around the left-hand hairpin. He's only got 2 more corners to go. The flick to the right before the turn. Around to the left, turns 12 and 13 here in Cannes in the south of France as they cross the starting grid. They're coming down to the line. They've already won the championship, so they don't need these points. But on lap 35, car 35 wins in France.
Fantastic display from Gene. It's just a show of what he can do, and especially what he could do next season if he does come back. But I tell you what, Jasuka, he better be happy with that result because that was a very good race from Jasuka, and massive respect to him for keeping that pace throughout this Grand Prix, especially on their second race. And Jasuka is in P3.
Here comes Incognito Bear in 10th position. They'll round out the points.
There we go. Teboz, 2% left and is now P12. Hasn't finished yet, and there he goes across the line. Fantastic. I really did enjoy that. What about you?
I enjoyed that very much. Very close. And here comes British Kota around the final corner.
Oh, it seems like Chase did finish, so Oh, and it seems like British Kota is going to go reverse across the finish line.
And I think it's pretty safe to say now that Brandstar are the Constructors' Championship for this season in Formula E. There's mathematically no way that the second place team, who is... Hang on, let me just see. Let me just bring it up again because I closed it for some reason. There is absolutely no way that Fleet in second can gain enough points now because of that win from Gene. So that does secure the Constructors' Championship for Brandstar. Fleet sadly can no longer win, but they may still be able to finish second as British Kota crosses the line.
There we go, finally. Poor Kota did try to go reverse across the finish line, but it didn't work out. So we should be back very soon for that podium ceremony after what was a massive comeback from both Gene and Wasupe.
There's the winning car.
I have to say, I was really surprised when Gene went from P19 to well, where he is now, P1. So that's definitely something to be very proud of from Gene, and he want to replicate that, especially next season, if he is coming back. That is. It seems like Destructively is driving off with the X21. Thinking they're funny, but they're not. Okay. And welcome, Kota.
Wow, that was a race. Did you see my very interesting lines?
We watched you do it the whole way through.
Oh, thank you. I got it down by the final attempt. I don't actually know what happened. Who won the race in the end?
Gene won.
Who was in P2? Give me a race rundown for the streams.
Well, you'll find out. If you just look at the podium, you'll find out.
Alright, D-Pod, calm down. Why is Geordie in second?
Shouldn't be.
He'd like sever with a sword or something.
Yeah. He just...
Oh, X21 got a podium. Oh no.
Oh, fallen off.
So I think Epic Dude is going to be representing X21 in second place.
Sorry, I just need to censor this for...
Shaking a bone. There we go. There we go. That is the podium. It seems we have no officials here except from Sever, and I think Sever's dead.
Yeah, so in P1 is Gene, I think. In P2 is Yasuka. And in P3 is Wasp, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my...
It's just they're not here to actually be on the podium themselves.
Did I get that right? Yo.
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to help... Actually, no, this is D-Pod's part. Sorry, D-Pod.
Oh, yeah. If you want to help become a member, these are all the members.
Yeah.
Thank them for their hard work in supporting the channel.
Thank you, members.
It's me.
I'm not on there. What a scam.
They joined like super late last night. I didn't have time.
Disappointing.
Well, the membership one for the Block A week still has me on it. It's been like
No, I updated
ages since
that.
I've actually been. Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this weekend watching me fail at directing an i8 stream, and I'm sure the FE stream was a lot better. And you've heard Blade's voice throughout, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the final week of Block A next week.
Block
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Oh, you said Block A.
Block A.
Sorry, I got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, Block A.
Seems like someone's having a bit of fun on track.
I had a perfect outro, and now who is it? Oh, what a race! What a race!